Alrighty, I've got the engine all taped off for paint. The reason that I did it this way was I can't really explain it. I just did it this way. So I'm gonna pull this. I actually want to leave this bare metal because I want to be able to see my indicators pretty well. Alrighty, so I've got the whole block wired off, or wire wheeled off. I already painted the timing cover once, and I painted the oil pan once. Clearly the paint isn't the best stuff, but it's what I have, so it's what it's gonna have to do. There's a couple of nooks and crannies that I couldn't get into, so we're just gonna send it. This is a driveway. I'm building things in my driveway, so this is gonna be as good as I can get, guys. So obviously I don't have an air compressor to use a blowgun and blow it off, so I'm gonna go get the next thing I have.
Leaf blower. Make sure you get in all the nooks and crannies.
Alrighty, so I've got the first can of the underlying paint on there. This is orange, or gloss orange red. I'm a little dyslexic, but that's obviously not the right color for Chevy. It's a little bit too, well, red. So I actually have this other orange, gloss orange, that I'm gonna put on over top of this, but I wanted to make sure I had a good base layer that I could spray the right color to, because, well, bare metal, this isn't sticking all that well to it. So I'm just gonna let this dry for probably a good half hour, then come back, put another coat of the red on there, and then rinse and repeat. Alrighty, so I've got 2 good coats of the red orange gloss on the engine. So I'm gonna give this a good shake, this gloss orange, and I'll throw a coat of this on. I've got 1 good coat of the orange on, and I gotta say, it's looking pretty good. Alright, so I have all of the masking off of the engine. Masking tape, plastic, whatever. And so now I took all of the old stock rocker assemblies off, and I have these, if the camera can see it. These are from Summit Racing. They're 7.8s. I measured the stock ones. I'm just going to go with the stock length. I don't know how to measure the length, so I'm just going to hope these are right. They're hardened chromoly. I believe they're chromoly. I know they're hardened, and that's what AFR stressed the most, was that it was hardened steel. So that I definitely do know is true. But once I have all these in place, I will show you the rockers that I have. All right, now the rockers I have are full roller rockers, or at least I'm pretty sure they're full roller. Yeah, I have a whole set of these. I got them on Facebook, so they're good. But for 65 bucks with all the poly locks, I don't really know how any of this works, to be honest with you, but it's my first time, so we will figure it out together. Quick break from the rockers to take a look at the original harmonic balancer that came off of this. And overall, it doesn't look in that bad of a shape. Obviously, it had a real bad leak, and I wire wheeled it all down. And wire wheeling it revealed some pretty big cracks in this. And honestly, I'm sure this would be perfectly fine to use, but I've already gone this far. I have these heads, and I have, an actual setup. I'm just gonna, it's 70 bucks or 80 bucks. I'm just gonna get a new one, and I don't have to worry about these cracks. I don't have to worry about these cracks over here. I'm just gonna buy a new one. In the meantime, I'm gonna put this on to use as my timing indicator in order to set my valve lash. All right, so I have the gaskets in place. It's a little tight in here, so don't mind me trying to squeeze. But I have the gaskets set in place. They're tacked up right now. What I'm going to do while they are getting tacky is, wherever I can find it, I'm going to dump 90%, well, not 90, maybe 83% of this TB Zinc Plus engine break-in oil additive down the gullet while it's still open. I'm going to put about half the bottle in there because I want to make sure the cam gets a lot of it. I'm pretty much just putting the whole thing, but I'm gonna make sure it doesn't drip any. Make sure the front gets a good bit amount. All right, that's about 3/4 of the bottle. Granted, I don't really know what I'm doing because this is the first time I've ever built an engine. So if that's enough, it's enough. If it's not, we'll find out. You and I will both find out together. All right, I made sure to put a ton of extra Permatex in the valleys on the China wall. So I think I've got it ready to go. It's not the prettiest thing. I know it's not, but it's what I'm doing. All right, so, and I figured it'd be easier to hold it like this with the phenolic spacer in place. So we're just gonna plop this down. Just like that. I think I got everything in place. Maybe the first try. Maybe. Looks like I caught the gasket a little bit on this side. So I'm just gonna drag it up a little bit in the bolt hole. Yeah, it'll be fine. I'm gonna do the wrong thing and blast in a little bit from the side because I already dropped it. And I should have put a bigger bead on the back, but this is damage control. Do I like how it looks? No. Do I care how it looks? Not really. This is the firewall. No one's gonna see it. No one is gonna know except you and me. You can keep a secret, right? Right? All right. I have that together. Now I'm gonna find my bolts in the pile and start to tighten them down. About this, I didn't have washers and hardware, so I'm scrounging through my coffee cans and soup cans of hardware to see what I can scrounge up in order to make this work. And while is this the best thing to be doing and the best course of action to take instead of just stopping and getting the right materials? No, not at all. But it's the option that I'm going with because, well, that's the level of patience I have, which is in fact none. I'm throwing a little bit of Permatex on every single bolt because whether or not they go into a water jacket, I don't know which ones do. And frankly, I'd rather just be safe than sorry. And I'm throwing some on everything. So we will see. I'm gonna finish this up and then I'm gonna look up AFR's torque specs because I'd like to not destroy the threads in these very expensive heads. I will admit I am stepping up the build quality right now. I have a single grade 8 washer. Everything else is scrap, but I have a single grade 8 washer. That's going all the way at the back. Also, I noticed this is the second bolt in this hole that was having problems starting. Kind of concerned.